Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of peppers. They were on sale. They're normally $1 in our area for each pepper, and this week they were 50 cents each. So we like putting a lot of peppers in our casseroles and in our eggs and things. So I'm going to show you real quick how to prepare these in a quick and easy way so you can use them right out of the freezer in small portions at a time. So the first step that we're doing is we're going to take away all these stickers that are on it and just check to make sure there's no rotten spots or mud or dirt or anything like that. So next we're going to just take them and we're going to rinse them, wash them really good in our colander here and get them ready for coring. So let me get them washed and I will be right back. Okay, now that we have them washed, I used a little old bucket lid just to make sure the water didn't get everywhere from the colander. So the next step is to be able to cut and core. So how I do it, each bag there's equal numbers of 4 red, 4 orange, and 4 yellow because the bags that they were sold in had 1 orange, 1 yellow, and 1 red in each bag. So I mix them up and store them in individual bag or in one bag just kind of mixed up because we just kind of prefer all the colors in there instead of just one, but you can just divide them up and store them in all the reds together, all the oranges together, and all the yellows together, so you can, if you are particular about what color you're using, you can do it that way. So first we just took out the the head that has all the seeds on it. We're going to tap out the seeds. The seeds don't necessarily hurt anything, but when you're cooking you don't want to be messing with all the extra seed chunks. Now I prefer them sliced into just strips like this. And again, depending on how sharp your knife is, I'm gonna have to go this way, but I just prefer them just cut into little strips like this. So then I'll take them and I'll take my very large cookie sheet that I have here that we bought at an Amish store. Washed it, so we will make sure it's really dry and then line it with paper towels. So just take a few. I guess they don't have to be perfectly lined in there. I am really trying to rip them off in more than one thing, but these are not cooperating. So I just layer it out here like this, and then I just take my cut peppers and then I just throw them on here. Kind of try to keep them as individually as possible. So and then we will continue cutting these, and then I will show you when we get this filled what we do next. Okay, as you can see, we got them all cut up finally. This is 6 just randomly cut up. I don't think I did individual colors. I just grabbed them out of the colander. So they're kind of wicking, the towels underneath are kind of wicking away, but the next step is to just kind of take a other paper towel and just kind of get as much moisture off as possible, because moisture when you're freezing is not your friend. It clumps them together, it burns them. It's just moisture is what breaks down food, because that's what bacteria loves to grow into. That's why your toothbrush isn't always covered in mold and bacteria, because after you brush it and then it dries, the drying action is what kills the bacteria. Just like alcohol itself doesn't necessarily kill bacteria, but the action from it going from a liquid to a gas state kills the bacteria. So we'll continue drying them and we'll come back to this. Okay. As you can see, they're kind of lost some of their glossiness because of the water. So, and that's what we wanted. So the next step is to even though they're kind of spread out how I would prefer them, I've got to actually take this towel out because, as you could probably guess, this soaked up the water, and if I freeze them, they will just freeze to the water in the paper towels. So I don't want that. I want to be able to individualize them. So I'm going to take these out and re-spread them out. So if there does happen to be, because again, most fruits and vegetables are full of water, they will freeze to the pan, and then I can just break them off and they will be individual again. And then when I put them in a bag later, they will be separated. So I'll continue dividing these up and I will be right back. Okay, so we have them kind of divided back out again, how we kind of want them. Now the best thing to do is I'm going to go stick them in the freezer now, and just every about hour, they'll take about 4 to 8 hours depending on the temperature of your freezer to freeze, but you just periodically go in and just kind of move them around a little bit so that breaks that water crystal bond between them. So again, you don't shuffle them around a whole lot, you just kind of reposition them a little bit because you want all the freezer air to kind of circle around them as much as possible. So it's okay if a few of them stick together, it's just you don't want to be messing with a big clump, because when you want a cup for a recipe, you take out what you want, you can cut them up, and that's another reason I keep them in this shape, because for fajitas or something, we can just grab them and throw them in the pan with the chicken or the beef. But for like an omelet, I don't want large pieces like this, so I will take them out and I can just crumple them together frozen and cut them into smaller pieces. So we'll stick them in the freezer, and we will show you what they look like when they're done. So we got the second tray done. They already had the towel on the bottom, patted the top dry, took the towel off, so now they are ready to put in the freezer with the rest of them. Okay, so we've let these freeze in the deep freeze for 24 hours. You can see that they are separated still, and they're hard. Some of them have frozen to the bottom, but they just peel right up. They have a nice frost on them so that when they're put in a bag that they are still separated. So I'm just going to sack them up now. Got just our labeled bag. Going to keep three sacks of them. So this way I can say, like I said, if we wanted to do fajitas, I can just reach in and grab a handful of them and throw them in, and they will saute up just nicely. Okay, so we're just about done putting them all in sacks. And again, these rolling back the bags really do help get it all kind of set up there. So again, moisture and air is what helps decompose the food, so you want to just again make a little hole like that, and with your mouth just suck out all the air. So again, you just put that in the freezer and they stay separated. So again, this is 12 peppers, so each bag holds approximately 4 peppers. Okay, and that's it. Just laying there in the freezer like that, and they so just pull them out a few at a time. They stay individual, and you can freeze a large amount of them without having to worry about wasting space in your freezer or having to worry about the bunch of little bags falling down in the deep freeze so you can't find them. So this works really well. So please hit like and subscribe, and share the video, and it really helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.